and legends will be made in the next 3 weeks.
And for anyone who wants to offer Angela Prime their, rehabbing services,
she needs some support.
She'll need some support this week.
Can you believe she's been on that twice?
Hello and welcome everyone to the Neville Richards Premier League video review of the final round of the 2025 season. Hello, Matthew Milne.
Good morning, Mark. How are you this morning?
I'm exceptional, to be fair with you. I've had a good weekend. What about you?
Oh, good. Good to see we're taking a bit of the Fox footy lead here and not going with nicknames this week. So.
Sorry. G'day, Bigfoot.
It was a big round. Big games on Saturday. The weather was fabulous.
It was.
Scoring didn't really reflect how good the weather was, but whether that was a bit of nerves, the pressure of what was on the line. But it was a fantastic day. Stakes were high, legends were made, and careers were ruined.
I'm interested to see the ruination of a couple here as we go through this.
Yeah, we only had the 16 Jamesies, which wasn't too bad for a Stableford game on Saturday.
But it was such a beautiful day.
It was, yes, and you were out there again, just cutting your way through the course there.
Not so much, but we snuck something into the clubhouse.
And you've done it again.
What's that?
You've screwed the Crusaders over.
Lucky.
Oh, he'll be filthy on you.
Oh, you will.
But the top four's now set. Exciting final series awaits us.
It's really been building up to this, and I think, in all fairness, we've got the 4 form teams. So it's going to be a cracking next couple of weeks. We'll get to that a bit later on. But let's get into the review of Saturday's matches, Matty. It was really not a lot on the line for the Hookers, and they pretty much showed as much.
They did. Tornadoes spanked them this week. It was 262 to 238. Both teams had 13 players, and the Hookers, after the disappointment of being knocked out of Survivor, just put in another inept performance, and with that, they won the week as water this week. But the Tornadoes, Chris Dodds, 36. The Frenchman, Matt Marley, had 33. Bagman O'Neill returned to form with 33 and Ian Davis, while 32s for Robbie Moorcroft, Neil Ryan, Lynn Kirby, and then Tickle My Doodah Wilson got over 30 this week.
That's amazing.
31 for him alongside Johnny leading. For the Hookers, Jacob Lenner Hassett, he had 35 on Saturday.
Did he?
Yes. Nearly sort of had the same round on Thursday, did young Jacob.
Well, what a scoreboard he had going on Thursday.
Thursday, he's had 27 points after 9 holes on Thursday.
Just to remind everyone, he's playing off a pretty good handicap.
Playing off around 11 or 12. He's 3 under on the front 9 off the stick for 27, and then proceeded to have 12 on the back 9 to finish on 39 and didn't even win the comp of the day. He had actually one point on each of the last 4 holes in that round. Did mention it to him on Saturday, and he said he played well the back 9. It's just that the putts didn't go in and the ball finished behind trees.
That'll do it every time.
But he had 35 Saturday. He led the scoring for the Hookers. Old Mustard Pants had 32. Nina Slowburn's back from the US. She had 31. Wayne Brown and Andreas Belkis 29, while 15 Clubs Wilkins had 28, and then Timmy Belitho and Burn Boulevard had 27.
Any insight into Nina's, trip, the action of her trip?
She had a good time. Didn't find a husband. She wasn't looking for one, though.
No.
But I think she had a good time. She reckoned it was fabulous where she went. Yeah, she had a good time. So she was back and she couldn't lift the Hookers over the line. But, the Tornadoes, they just had to win to guarantee that final spot, and they did that. The morning players set the standard for them.
Just on one of the morning players, do you think there's anything to the separation on the course of Darren Wilson and Justin McGrath? Because they both did much better apart from each other.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think there is a bit of trouble in paradise. Not sure who the instigator of it is, but a trial separation has occurred, and it could be to the mutual beneficialness of both of them. Is that a good word?
Beneficialness. That's like stupidness. We had a big feedback on stupidness last week.
Yeah, it was good. I got it.
People love the stupidness.
Yeah, you got to take fun out of yourself. But anyway,
beneficialness is a very good start.
We might just, while we're taking the piss out of someone, we might just have a bit of our serial offender, old mustard pants here. I got this after 9 holes, him coming out of the clubhouse.
Okay, let's have a look.
Have a look at it. Lee, what do you got in your arms? Lee. So he doesn't, he's sort of trying to make it like he's not engaged in it, but he keeps looking back. He wants to be involved.
There's a bit of Bigfoot about that video, the bit of keep walking and then the
turnaround.
Yeah.
Well, he did send me a text message on Saturday morning just saying, I may not turn up today because there's nothing important to play in.
Oh.
Yeah, just trying to seek attention again, but it didn't matter. You didn't get the hookers over the line, Lee. Yeah, very disappointing. Hookers are out of everything and they can get back to their normal golf on Saturday.
Which, for now, we'll come back to it later, that means the Tornadoes are safely in the final, so well done to them. Matty, the next match we might
just go to the Jamesies first, Mark, for those.
You always pull me up on the Jamesies.
Yeah, the Jamesies, the Tornadoes. Yvonne Casey had 23. For the Hookers, Jim Pike, 25.
Oh, he talked it up before.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to be the saviour.
25 for him, 25 for James Finch, 25 for Paul Marnie again. 1 round, doesn't cut it, Paul. And then back 9, Jeffrey, 24.
Back 9, Jeffrey.
24 points. Dino, you play the back 9 so well. 24 is normally what you do on the back 9, but you had it for the full 18 holes. Think he might be still recovering from the skull from last week.
Maybe. He was talking about the 4 cans out on the course. I did hear him mention it. So
yeah.
Oh, apologies to those Jamesies that I nearly overlooked there. But let's move on, Matty, to a team that really didn't have a lot to play for in the Peakers, but they just wanted to show up enough, I guess, just to seal top position on the ladder, and they did just that in a thriller.
Yeah, they did. 13 players each. The Peakers got over the line by 1 point, 267 to 266. Oof. With that 267, the Peakers win the Callaway Golf Balls again this week, so congratulations to them.
Played.
For the Peakers, we had Flea Pollock return to a bit of form. Still had a little rib injury, but he wasn't talking about it. He had 36.
Oh, what do you mean he wasn't talking about it? He talked about it on the course.
Well, it would have been all the way around, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'm going to be sore tomorrow.
A vet says he is the worst. No one's ever been as sick as him. It's like when he's sick, no one could be sicker.
But he's a tough army guy.
I know, but he's just must be soft in that part of the thing. Jeanette Johnson, she returns back, first game back, 35. Well done, JJ. Your form continues.
Nice.
177-year-old Peter DeFazio had 34, Ange Foote 33, Rim O'Keefe 33, and then on 32, Sean Boland, Snags Finnemore and Nipper Dodds. While for the Bullies, we had Angela Choco Royal, 40 points. Well done, Ange. With that 40, you are the Travis Matthew polo winner this week, so congratulations to you.
Well played.
She had Stewie Anderson support her quite well with 36. It was his first game back from a back injury. Ross Moreland, 35. Phil Stevens, 34. Richard West, 31. And then on 30s, we had Judy Sedge, Sean Rodwell, Ravioli and Rob Casey with the 30s for those.
She didn't quite get the Bullies over the line, but we did see something pretty spectacular from Judy Sedge on the 7th on Saturday, Matty. It was a secret camera that was tucked away. No one really saw it, but
right.
she rolled in a big, long putt from the bottom of the 7th up to that sort of central back pin, and we did catch this little bit of footage after her putt.
Oh, she's got the moves like Jagger.
How about that from Judy Sedge?
Well, as you said, it didn't really help the Bullies get over the line. 1 point margin, secured the minor premiership for the Peakers. It was actually evenly poised in the AM when you had Flea, Snags, Nipper, Sean, DeFazio and Foote matching scores up with JJ 2, JJ Spawn and JJ Johnson, Cuz Stevens, Stu Anderson, Said and Casey. But the Peakers, with the return of Jeanette's 35, the Bullies couldn't get over the top. It was interesting, though, when Ange Royal come in, it was looking like the Bullies might sneak over the line and cause an upset. It left Lloyd Shepherd on the course for the Peakers.
Yes.
He had 19 points. Didn't help their team one bit with 19.
So I thought you were going to build him up to, be the hero.
No. Then Tom Morgan returned from his European trip.
He must have done something special.
And you know what, Hazy? That's Tom Morgan up behind the clubhouse there hitting balls that you said had a great swing.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Tom Morgan. He had 23, so he's obviously out practicing Monday morning.
He's swinging it like Ernie Els out there now.
Left one player on the course from the Peakers.
Who was it?
And it was Rim O'Keefe.
Rim.
The Rim O'Keefe stood on his last hole, the 9th tee, needing a par to tie and a birdie to win.
Yeah.
And he gets on playing the last, he gets on the green, he's got a putt for birdie, and it laps around the hole and drops. Makes the birdie on the 9th to get the win. It secured the Peakers' top spot, snuffed out the 2-time defending champions. So the Rim did it.
That's inspirational from the Rim.
Yep. I was sitting at home watching. I thought, he's got a birdie the last, because I had these little notes here about what was happening, and, he got him over the line.
Wow.
So for the Jamesies, for the Peakers, cute as a button, 25. Obviously missing Scotty and Flange there, were you, Dave? Tommy Morgan, as I mentioned, 23, and Lloyd Shepherd, 19. While for the Bullies, there was one. Doesn't surprise us, Kevin Hudson.
Oh.
Kev, you and Marnie. Even Marnie got you by a point. Don't worry, Kev. That's your season done and dusted. You don't have to worry anymore.
The end of the title defence for the Bullies. That means, well, unless we change the rules, which we may, that'll be the disintegration of a great team. One of the great teams.
I was thinking about it last night. We're going to have a new name on the shield, because it's been the Bullies and Pirates through the first 3 seasons there, and now there's going to be a new champion, a new team.
There we go. So the Bullies needed a miracle to get into the 4. It didn't happen. And the Peakers, with that 1-point win, have sealed the minor premiership. And as you mentioned, they've got the score for the best team for the week. So come and get your Callaway prize.
Yeah.
All right, Matty, let's move on to a match that I think, there really wasn't much for the Pirates to play for. They couldn't really move too far either way, and the Warriors surely just had their way with them. Is that right?
No, they drooped again, the Warriors. Those big, strong muscles didn't fire on Saturday, and the Pirates got over the line 260 to 245.
Oh, no.
14 players for the Warriors, 13 for the Pirates. For the Pirates, we had Richard Howes had 38.
Well played, Richard.
Andrew Wooten, 36. Dennis Wood, 35.
Ooh.
J. McGrath, he had 32. Richard Geary, 31. And then we had also Steve Gill on 30. Johnny Poe and Chris James on 29s for them.
John's on fire all of a sudden.
He is, at the wrong end of the season, though. For the Warriors, Sean Ward had 33. Matt Davies, 32. Biceps Evans and Milkman had 31. Stewie Madden, Johnny McGlone, Buffett had 30, and then Barker and Edmondson had 28. But it was an upset. The Pirates produced the form we'd been expecting all year, Mark.
Yes.
We had them in the top 4 at the start of the season, which we'll get to later, and they just made us look stupid, Mark, didn't they?
There was a lot of stupidness going on.
AM Pirates showed their intent with Ando, Dennis Wood, McGrath and Geary easily covering the scores of Wardy, Biceps, Buffett, Rico and McGlone. Players from both teams couldn't improve really on the morning, with Steve Gill, Johnny Poe, Chris Best for the Pirates, while Matt Davies, 32 he had, Hazy.
32, that sounds like a pretty consistent sort of a round.
Yeah, and on his last 4 holes he went wipe, 1-1 wipe.
Oh.
So he was tracking quite well there, Matt, but you gave it up.
Oh, Matt.
The Milkman, Boxhead and Barker were counted for the Warriors, but it did nothing for the overall match. Pirate season done. Warriors live to fight another day in the finals next week. We did have 2 players missing from this game, which was interesting. Flanders and McCorkle. Little photo here.
Oh.
Have a look at the 2 of them at the committee room at Flemington.
Geez, don't they brush up okay?
Yeah, did speak to Ian this morning, and apparently they were on a bus from Bellarine Lakes. There was about 10 or 12 of them on the bus. Flanders was the young pup of the crew.
Yeah.
Yes, they did venture to a adult establishment afterwards on the way home, Mark.
Is that right?
Yes.
I assume you mean a pub.
Thinking like Hollywood Showgirls or something like that. Flanders was very keen to tell me that.
Oh, no.
No, they didn't. I'm only taking the urine. But no, Corky and Flange had a good day. They backed a $22 winner.
Is that right?
Yeah. I sent them a tip in the morning, and that got over the line at $3, and then they do a 22, and it didn't come back my way.
Wow.
They didn't send it through to me, but happy to send a photo of themselves there
Head
Up
wobbling,
there,
head
yeah.
wobbling in the committee room.
With our Jamesies, for the Pirates, we had Sue Gregory on 24 and Kenny Latter on 22. While for the Warriors, we had Bernard Reid on 25, Robert Stiglbauer 24, and as much as it pains me to say,
Oh no.
Shirley Bell 17.
Don't know what to say there, Matty.
No, I think we just move on, Mark.
Okay, let's move on. So that means the Pirates finished well but missed the 4. And we'll come to the Warriors result here in a minute in terms of the ladder. I know you've just mentioned it earlier, but it was really, it wasn't set in stone until the sort of the last match that we'll come to review. So we'll do a sort of a reveal there. But it was the Goblins and the Crusaders.
Goblins, gobble, gobble, gobble. They gobbled up the Crusaders. It was 262 to 251. Goblins had 11 players. Crusaders had 13. For the Goblins, leading scorers were Marquez, 35. Stinky Lathuris, 35. Murray Wiley and John Dixon. King Dick, 34. Brian Bell, 33. Ray Liniger, 31. And then Johnny Bowman, Andrew Whitson and Steve Smith on 30. While the best of the Crusaders were Scotty Hopgood on 34. Donovan Hill, 33. Cherie Gill and Bobby Gibbs, 32. Adam Shawcross, 31. And then we had Datsun and Johnny Rowe on 30. And Noel Pike and Tony Havers, 29. They were the best for the Crusaders.
I did see Lee Datsun out there just about to snap his putter in 6 places. He was firing at the pins and could not make a putt.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Played well, he told me, but
just couldn't get him in. But yeah, it was a match of the round, most riding on it. A win for either team saw the finals appearance. Crusaders had the added element of the Survivor final as well, which we'll get to shortly. But this match, we saw 9 of the 11 Goblins play in the morning and only 4 of the Crusaders. So it was hard to get a good read on it. But the AM Goblins started fantastically, been putting that pressure on those afternoon Crusaders. The great man, you, 35, you said you played like a busted ring hole, but just got 35 points done.
Hung it together.
Now, Stinky Lathuris, 35. I did send him a message as he got to the octagon, the famous Yarny octagon, to say, continue, fight through. And he said he had it, Pepe Le Pew. He calls himself Pepe now, Pepe Le Pew. And by this photo, he's a young Pepe Le Pew.
Whoa. Wouldn't have had all the little cats sort of running.
Have a look at him.
How do you do?
I was going to say, what's he turned into? But yes, and with Yarny, here's a little video of him hitting into the 15th here.
Ooh.
Bit of the Yarny lean.
Bit of one of these going on.
But yes, but what did he do on the last 4 holes? He stunk it up like Pepe. Yes, I think it was, what was it? It was 2 points, 1 and 1 through the triangle, but 35, it didn't matter. There was enough there for the other scoring Goblins that got him over the line.
I'm just still blown away by that photo. Do you reckon he sort of had something special on the go that night?
I reckon he would. What would he be there? Very young.
Well, a 10 out of 10. He must have been 16, 17
I know.
maybe. It's hard to say.
Looking good, Yarny. But anyway, the PM Crusaders tried hard. Margin was too much. Goblins into the final. Crusaders miss finals, which for them, they've been a very consistent scoring team this year, and they've just found a team better than them every time they've lost.
Yeah.
Big win for the Goblins with 4 key players missing. Marion Kay. She did play Wednesday again, her second 11 holes.
Yep.
Improved. She had 10 points.
Nice.
She was actually quite happy that we gave her a bit of a rev up in the video, and I reckon she could be good for finals at least.
Wouldn't it be one of the epic comeback stories?
Well, the Goblins are going to get the second chance because they finished second. So, Marion, you have got to get back for the finals. Yellowstone was missing as well. My father was missing. He had a bit of man flu. Did venture around there Saturday afternoon, and he was up and watching the races. And
Mummy Milne sort of muscled up and
she
came
played
and
in the morning, but yeah, he sat it out. I did grab 2 beers and offer him one, but he wouldn't have one.
Oh.
So, and then the other one who was missing was Timu Prime. Now, for you who know Toby or don't know Tabu, you're definitely going to know him after this.
Well, before we get to it, Matty, if you've got sort of a weak constitution, I think we should put some sort of a warning up here.
It is atrocious, his photo, isn't it?
This is one of the more
morbid.
I wasn't going to say morbid. It's one of the more extraordinary photos we've ever received here at the Neville Richards Premier League show.
So in context, we did get this photo sent to us Friday afternoon. He did message us to say he was going to have to pull out because he was so sick. And then about 5 hours later, this was his preparation in trying to be ready to play.
But it's important also, one last warning. We're giving you ample time to turn off here. This is self-contributed.
Yes.
Like, this is not something we've snuck around. This is a self-contribution.
And he was happy for us to post it as well.
All right.
Now let's just say the size of the turtle is to scale to proportion. Is he on death's door or something there?
Oh, he will be. I tell you what, he will be when...
Ange sees it's gone viral.
Yeah, when Ange gets a look at this video, he might well take a turn for the worse in the health department.
And then Saturday afternoon, we get this video from the Sheik, who's gone out in support and sympathy of Toby.
He's clearly very injured. So
yeah, he's very worried about him.
Let's have a look.
As you may know, our good friend and our Premier League competitor, Toby Prime, is terminally ill at the moment. My heart goes out to him. And because of that, I've decided to raise some money and... shave my hair. So, look, Tobes, this is for you, mate. We're all thinking of you. All the very, very best as you recover.
The Sheik must have been due for a haircut, surely.
Well, when he starts numbering them as they are, you probably should be more careful with his hairs.
Yeah, well, so Toby, let's hope you're back in Saturday.
Please. Please, I never thought I'd say that, but please come back. We can't be subjected to that.
And everyone will be very happy to see you as well.
Just not that much of it.
Yeah, that turtle didn't get a long neck, did it? That sort of shrunk back into the shell. But for the Jameses this game, the Goblins, they had none again.
Really?
Crusaders, our little diminutive little leprechaun, Ian Lachlan, 25. He apparently is at home, sick.
Oh,
he's been dealing with it, and so he's home. He's not going to be playing Tuesday because he's so sick.
Oh.
But he turned up on Saturday. He wants to make that known.
Yes.
Helen Poe, 24. She's obviously the second best Poe in the household.
Yeah, and that's it for the Jamesies for that match.
That's for that one.
Now, Matty, I'm assuming that this is the time when you've got the run sheet, but I haven't really got it. We don't really go too much by the run sheets, but this is... surely the time to talk about the Survivor competition.
It was Survivor, ran for the last 7 rounds of the season, lowest scoring team eliminated each week, and we were down to 2 this weekend, and it was the Warriors up against the Crusaders. So, as we mentioned last week, the Crusaders were sort of the highest scoring team throughout the season against the Warriors, and that continued this on Saturday with the Crusaders getting over the line 251 to 245.
Well played to the Crusaders. They probably deserved a bit of a chop out. As you said, they've been scoring well, but unluckily continue to run into some hot opposition most weekends.
Yeah, they did. It was probably lucky. I shouldn't say lucky, but with the Crusaders getting knocked out because one of their star performers, Xavier Boland, he actually split his finger open at school and had to have plastic surgery, so he was going to be out for the rest of the year. So heal up, Xav. We'll see you back on the course soon. But I'm not sure whether one Warrior got ahead of themselves, actually.
Just the one?
Yes, just one of them. He was messaging me through the week, what does the winner of Survivor get? What prize?
Look out.
What do we win? What prize do we get?
Wow.
And then even on Saturday, you didn't get back to me. What's the prize?
Wow. Who was this?
The Milkman. The Milkman. That's all he was worried about is what prize are we going to get? And what did you put in, Milkman? You put in 31.
Oh, my goodness.
Shocking. And if we look at this photo of you and biscuits on Saturday, I can see why you only had 31.
As it turns out, he only needed 37 and they
win.
Yeah. Oh, Joel.
Shocking.
Joel. Anyway, congratulations to the Crusaders, particularly to Ian Lachlan. He's been a source of great, I don't know.
He'll be standing up now very tall at 4'7".
Well played to the Crusaders, our Survivor champions. They're our first official I guess, prize winners of the year.
And you'll need to be at the dinner to collect that. If you're not, me and Hazy are sharing it.
Correct. So that means overall the Crusaders finished 5th and the Warriors just hung on, Matty, and finished 4th. So they had the bad result on Saturday, had their butt handed to them by the lowly Pirates, but they did make the 4.
They did make the 4. And as we can see with the premiership table here, the top 4 from last week all stayed there, but just the positions rotated a bit. Pika's 2 games clear, so they'll play the Goblins this week, and then the Tornadoes and the Warriors will square off again. But it's interesting though, Hazy, that Pika's 2 games clear, and then the others are all separated by percentage. So a very tight season, which is what we want it to be like, except if you're a Pirate or hooker and you just got smoked.
So back at the start of the competition, right before round 1, Matty and I were stupid enough to put down our projections. Do you want to talk about this, Matty, or should I say?
Well, I can start off with myself there. Like I got a couple in the top 4, like the Warriors and the Pikas, which you expect. The Pirates made me look stupid. Crusaders were 4th and they finished 5th, so I wasn't far off there. But yes, the Tornadoes, I must apologise. I had you last. But when you look at your team, like Goggin, he's no good. Leading's definitely no good. Malsey's had his best year ever. Craig Duncanson turns up every second week. Tickle My Doodah was in the All-Port team last year and he's no good. Bagman's worse. Sheik doesn't show. So I thought I was pretty on the mark there. But yes, you surpassed my expectations. So, but anyway, enough of that.
Well, mine, I had 3 right. But I would say in some respects I may have even done worse than Matty, given that I had 2 horrendously wrong, but at either end of the ladder. So I had the Pirates. I thought, for a storied franchise, they would have shown a bit of ticker much earlier than round 14. So I had them top, and they've obviously cut adrift, no chance of making the 4. And I have to apologise to the Goblins, who I had stone motherless last, and they've finished up in 2nd place. So
yes, I think the Goblins did surprise a few. Stinky was in there, but then they had Marion Keskinen, so we were always thinking that with her being an Portarlington member twice. So they had some poor players in there, but they had a few new ones, which obviously helped lift them over the line. So good effort to the Gobbles.
Yes, no, good effort, and it shows you how fraught tipping can be. What about another sort of area of mirth for us, Matty? We want to have a look at the teams that had the most and up to the fewest. Actually, probably we'll do it the other way around, perhaps. The fewest Jamesies.
So I went through on the weekend, Hazy, after 27 beers. I thought I'd do a Jamesies ladder. And it's interesting that you would expect the teams that are at the bottom of the ladder would be probably at the top of the ladder for this. But we'll start in 8th place with the Jamesies. So this is the amount of Jamesies or 25s and under a team has scored throughout the season. And at the bottom is the Goblins.
Wow.
16 they had.
Interesting.
Then we'll go to the Hookers on 22.
That's interesting considering how poor they were.
The Bullies had 23. The Pirates had 24. So you look at that there, you've got 3 teams that missed the finals or actually had the least number of Jamesies.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to, tied on 27 Jamesies, the Crusaders and the Tornadoes.
Interesting.
The Warriors have had 29. And the team that finished on the top of the ladder had the most Jamesies of 30.
That is bizarre. That is totally bizarre.
So how does that work? The team that finishes on top has the most worst scores.
Who are the most? How drunk were you? Did you manage to do individual Jamesies?
I did do an individual Jamesy.
Oh.
There was one in that who had 8 Jamesies for 8 Jamesies for the year.
For the Peakers.
I'm not saying that. No, because if we start to say how many Jamesies, it might give away the end of season awards.
Yes, good point.
But saying that though, there was one player who was in the competition and they had 8 Jamesies out of 14.
But not a Peaker.
Not a Peaker.
Wow. So that means the Peakers have really shared the love.
Yeah, they did. They just had obviously good players at all different times of the year. They just shared it around. So, but as we're talking about a bit of a season in review, We had 23 players play all 14 games.
Congratulations.
So that is commitment to the event.
That's a great number.
And we'll just quickly run through those. So for the Bullies, Jerry Raviani. The Crusaders actually had 5. They had Chris Noble, Noel Pike, Tony Havis, Ian Lachlan and Scott Hopgood. The Goblins had
good effort
4.
from Tony Havis on his
first
inaugural run around.
Yeah, only was a member of the club 2 weeks before Premier League started. So Goblins, Johnny Dixon, Yvette Pollock, Arthur McPhee and Brian Tinkerbell. The Hookers had 1, Julie Milne.
Mummy Milne.
The Peakers, they had 5, David Hutton, the 199-year-old Peter DeFazio, he played every week. Lloyd Shepherd, you played every week, but in hindsight, you probably shouldn't have. Snags Finnemore played every game, and he's going to actually miss the first week of the finals.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. And Flea Pollock.
No.
So there's obviously not much happening in the Pollock household. They played every game. For the Pirates, Steve Gill. For the Tornadoes, Ian Davis, Rob Moorcroft and Chris Dodds. And then for the Warriors, Shirley Bell, Jill Barker and Biceps Evans. They were played all 14 games.
They've been rock solid, all 3.
So we'll go to the Callaway golf ball winners over the course of the season.
Yep.
There was actually only 4 teams won the golf balls out of 14 rounds.
Seriously?
The Warriors, the Goblins and the Peakers all won it 4 times.
Wow.
And the Tornadoes won it twice.
Huh.
We go to the Weakers Water. The Pirates and the Bullies got it 3 times. The Hookers, Warriors and Tornadoes got it twice. And the Peakers and the Goblins got it once. So the Crusaders couldn't win the balls and they couldn't win the water. But they won the Survivor.
That's how many beers did you say you had?
I think this was 2 a.m. and I was 33 deep.
Linda must be extremely proud of you.
Oh, she is. She just shuts the bedroom door. And I stay on my computer.
Dear. All right, Matty, that brings us through to the final. So we've finally made it. 14 rounds in the books, and it's left us with 4 teams. I guess, favourites, one of the 2 of them anyhow would be favourite here. The Peakers and the Goblins, call it what you want. The second semi-final, the qualifying final. Let's go with the qualifying final.
Yeah.
The winner moves into the grand final here, and the loser gets a second chance.
It is. So these teams met in round 5 and 12, and the Peakers won both of those. In round 5, the Peakers won 280 to 273. The stars for the Peakers was cute as a button, JJ, Rim O'Keefe and Tommy Morgan. Keep swinging, Tommy. You need to improve on that. While for the Goblins, Dave Milne, Steve Smith, Stinky and Muzz. Round 12, it was a 3-point margin. 255 to 252. Phil Vogel actually got them over the line in that game. Hutton, Phil Hughes, Snags. While for the Goblins, it was D Milne again, Timu Prime, Murray and Stinky. The Peakers have won 6 in a row now, 10 of their last 12. Goblins have won their last 2, but have won 7 of their last 9. Peakers have scored 3,628 points for the season for an average of 259, while the Goblins have scored 3,681 for an average of 262. Now, if these 2 teams played each other in every game of the season...
This must be 45 beers deep from you.
So the 14 games they would have played, the Peakers would have won 8 and the Goblins would have won 6.
Right.
So many questions. The Peakers will be missing Snags. He's in Bali.
Oh.
Johnny Crossett's in Queensland.
Oh.
The Goblins will be missing Johnny Bowman. He might be going to the opera again. And Andrew Whitson's out.
Is he?
Yes. Here's the commitment of King Dick.
Yeah. What's he got?
King Dick, he had a golf trip booked this weekend. Group of guys going up the river. He ended up getting the golf. It was a Saturday, Sunday golf trip. He's got them to change it to Sunday, Monday, so he can play on Saturday.
Great work.
He said, I hope we win, because he made this before even guaranteeing being final. So
really,
he's made it. So guys are taking days off work to do a Sunday, Monday trip.
This is commitment. When you win the dick off, you got to do these things.
Yeah, correct. Will Prime come off his man flu bed?
Will he be allowed to get out of the bath by Ange?
Will Marion Kay play?
Yes, come on, Marion.
We've got a Pollock off. Pollock and Pollock, mental warfare between these two. Food preparation's going to be key this week because I'm sure something's going to happen. Dale will destroy a vet in this mental warfare.
Really?
I'm sure he's got game in that one.
You underrate a vet. She's tough. She's mentally tough.
Yeah. Pants Peacock and Mr. Winchelsea up against each other.
Ooh.
Murray Wiley, Cam O'Keefe, Rim O'Keefe.
Wow.
Stinky Lathuris and DeFazio. They're the two main ones who take tablets all the time or pills or whatever you want to call it. Lathuris is actually trying to find some that stops his body odour. It's going to be an interesting week.
It sure is, especially for you in the pro shop. All right, the other match, Matty, is the elimination final. Is that what we're calling it?
Yep.
The elimination final. It's the Tornadoes and the Warriors. I'm not sure how to find the form here. I'm sure you've done it.
I have done it. These teams met in round 6 and 13. In round 6, it was a 12-point margin to the Tornadoes, 238 to 226. Tornadoes, Neil Ryan, Malesy, Moorcroft and Sheik were top scorers. For the Warriors, it was Gilly, Biceps and McGlone. In round 13, the Warriors won 266 to 261. Warriors had Biceps, Phil Brooks, Matty Davies, Rico, Sword and Flange top score. Tornadoes had Moorcroft, Kirby, Sheik and Duncanson. Tornadoes have only won 2 of their last 7, while the Warriors have won 4 of their last 5.
Interesting.
Tornadoes have scored 3,630 points for an average of 259, while the Warriors scored 3,590 points for 256.
Interesting.
If they had played each round this year...
This is next level Milne maths.
7 wins each.
Are you all kidding?
No, 7 each.
Wow.
Interesting matchups this week. 2 former All Portarlington team members, Barker versus Kirby.
Oh.
Buffhead and Chrissy Dodds play together every week.
Yes.
Biceps Evans against Ian Davis. Biceps, you can't let Ian beat you. The Sword and Miles.
Wow.
Stiglbauer and Ryan. The Milkman versus Leading and Goggin.
Oh, he's double barrel.
Double barrel. Boxhead Madden against Sheik. You know Boxhead used to coach Sheik in cricket?
No.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Reckon Sheik was the worst cricketer you'd ever see. He used to put him out on the boundary so he wouldn't be involved. We've got Robbie Moorcroft versus Rick Edmondson. And then we've got Flanders will be back against every Tornado in the team. Dale Scott will be back for the Warriors too from his 4 weeks away at Yamba. So hopefully all teams are at full strength and we can have a cracker here.
Are the fairways wide enough for a Ward Miles shootout?
Oh, I've never thought of that. No, they wouldn't be.
Oh.
I wonder if they'll play in the same group this week.
That's extraordinary.
Because they generally do try and, if there is a match going on, they try and put each other in the same group.
Is that right?
Their boys, yeah.
Oh, that'll be fascinating.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if that comes to fruition.
I'm not brave enough to put some tips in, Matty. I'm going to stand clear. Are you sort of, man enough to sort of put your cojones on the line?
Yeah, I will. I'm not scared of anyone. I'm going to go for an upset. I'm going to go the Goblins. And, who do you go for in the Tornadoes Warriors? Like, if I tip the Tornadoes, Jilly's going to probably resign. And then Biceps, he's got big biceps. I don't want to be taking those down. And then the Tornadoes, I've got Robbie Moorcroft there, who's a passionate Tornado, as we can see with his attire this week.
Look at that.
All the red.
What happened to Papa Smurf?
Yeah, I know. Well, I think Papa Smurf's gone to Leroy when you looked at him in the video, the blue and the white. But, you would think that the Tornadoes would probably be a little too consistent for the Warriors, but the Warriors have got some big guns there, big players. I'm going to go the Warriors.
Wow. There you go.
Let's see how that goes. I'll probably go 0-2.
All right. That's all stage set, ready to rumble. Which leaves us just with one thing to do, Matty, and that's talk about the presentation night.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the email from last week, please go back and check it out. I know not everyone is a voracious reader of the club emails. Is that the fair thing to say?
Yeah, it's a fair thing to say, I would think, Mark. But yeah, so we will also put the link at the bottom of this newsletter as well. So, so as a player, you do get an opportunity to get a ticket for free for yourself. The link there is for the players only. As you'll notice there on the 8th of August for the guests, that's when they'll become available where you'll be able to purchase a guest ticket. We are giving the players 2 weeks, I suppose, access to get your ticket in first, and then if any tickets haven't been taken up, we will then still leave those open for the players, but then we will open up some guest tickets as well where you'll be able to buy a guest ticket for $60.
If guest tickets had been paid for this week, Matty, do you think that Michelle DeFazio would require a bank loan?
She would, yes. Michelle and Pete, I know you're a little bit aged, but there's no need to register 5 times. But yeah, so if someone has gone in, and we have noticed a couple of players have booked a guest in, and there would have been no payment option on that, so we will be amending those. So yeah, so guest tickets will open up on Friday. I think it is the 8th of August, Mark.
It's very true, and I'm just cutting you some slack, Lynn Kirby, because if it wasn't for Michelle, you might have copped that last bake. Anyway, that we will resend it and check the link. But please, even if whether you're going to come or whether you can't come, please let Matt know, because we need to make sure that we've got the right number of tickets available for players before we get to guests, because it's a much bigger field this year, and we're still in the same capacity room here in the view.
And more importantly, Mark, how's your outfit going?
Yes, I need to do some work there, but
well, mine's on the way. I'm coming from Temu.
Really?
Yes, I've been hunting for something special, and I may have found it. You've seen a sneak peek of it.
I have.
So we'll see how that rolls. I think I have to get another one too.
You're going to do 2?
Maybe. Who see?
Wow. All right. Well, let's work on that this week. Probably have to now, don't I? Anyway, August 23, presentation night, preliminary final, qualifying and elimination this week, preliminary next week, and grand final on that same date, the 23rd of August. We're coming to a crucial time.
It's coming to a head, and legends will be made in the next 3 weeks.
And for anyone who wants to offer Angela Prime their, rehabbing services,
she needs some support.
She'll need some support this week.
Can you believe she's been on that twice? But anyway, thank you, Neville Richards. Thank you, Callaway. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Matthew.